Perhaps now, good evening. The program you watch now, UDUOTA, when they reach now from Independent Television, Edo State, Nigeria. Any part of the world when they watch us this evening, we don't see yes, we don't already come again. My name is at Paul Lolo. Yes, I don't come again. And we'll put more for different issues. Of course, you say that every day the issues they make unfold for Nigeria. A few days ago, over the weekend, they do conduct election for EKITI State, and not forget say the neighboring Osun State to their own election. So they come very, very soon. So the one will happen for EKITI State will be lessons where we learn any lesson at all, any improvement on democracy, or now back with the go. Now those are what we can look for this evening for inside the program. From my far left, I deal with one of our very own, the one that I always see if it's all the time for inside the program. Pastor Frank Abego. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. For studio. Good evening.
What can I be seeing in Korea? Now, one person will say in a political analyst and the same time a political economist, and there was a push back for issues that get to do with young people. Very good evening.
My people, good evening. My people, well done.
From my side here, HIROB. Now, one person will say, now know where most of the time there was a Korea. They talk about different issues, politics, government, governance, religion, anything at all, just in a mobile oracle when it comes to issue of knowledge. And so it will also encourage our children make them read book well. Oga, HR, good evening.
I greet you, my brother. My people for us, I greet you now.
HR?
Yes.
The don't break the state election finish. From waiting, Ada give us, Professor, the returning officer will be Professor Kayode Adewale will be Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan. Context tell us now Biodu Oyemaji will be the former or immediate past SSG for that state. Now he win that election. And APC can get 87,057 votes. SDP get 82,211, and PDP can get 67,457. First of all, make we look at the results generally and the voting pattern.
Okay, my people who has agreed on again. When election they come like this, we always they look from many angles. One, you get what they call off-season election. That means election will not follow orders, and many things now they happen during off-season election. Some of those things where you will write down for book, person will say, where this one from come. But you get pattern where not this strange for the Nigerian democracy. They say, because our brother here they talk of the results. Before we will talk of results, you will look how many people suppose vote for there, and how many vote, and how the results can be. For that EKITI State, 16 local government now in day, and out of that 16 local government, people will register about 987,000. But when they do accreditation, it can be around 365,000. Between the time when they do accreditation and the time when they vote, 5,000 can loss, it can become 360,000. And as they vote finish, about 8,888 votes now in council. So when you look at those figures, you say, it be like say we never really learn, we never really move forward. Why me talking? Because out of over 980,000 voters we register for that state, only 1/3, 365, now it come out, make them say they want vote. Out of the 365,000, only about 360, now true vote. And out of those who don't vote, 8,888 now in the council. So it be like we are just still moving. But again, kudos to the INEC where if he hold election, because it actually not easy. And the government too will support with over 17,000 persons where they draft go there, make them go maintain peace. So the result don't come out. Some people accept, some not accept. And part of the people will not accept. Now 15 political parties and then participate. And out of that, only one woman now come out for ADP, wey be say if you say you wan become a governor. Out of the 15 wey dey, na 3 majorly na dem they will fit say they write am for book say they take part in the election. You don call the result as INEC take talk am. E no dey surprising. Why no dey surprising be say APC na dem dey lead for that state, and so e for be upset if another party win. Why? Because if you see who win now, no be today even start politics, although na young man. E get one time where Minister Adebayo be governor for there between 1999 and 2003. This man now wey win, he dey for in cabinet that time. He do a senior special adviser there. But when Adebayo no come fit win again, no fit retain in position, he can't dey a communicator like that. He can't dey until the immediate one now wey comot, wey come be secretary. So he can't get wetin Oyibo will call the almost the power of Ikubesi, because Fayemi support am na the anointed, when they will say na the God's son, na the anointed son of the governor na him be. And even the man, as in position be for governors forum, na him dey lead all the governors for the APC. He come mobilize everything. When they say mobilize, both resources, finance, material, everything. We no will say they play anything foul, but na mobilization they talk am. They support the man massively. So it can't be say nowhere to put eye, because the power of government is dey behind them. Now so it dey be for election. When if candidate if they enjoy the power where the incumbent support am, they say fire when elder give small pikin hoe, you know they burn am for hand, because it will make sure say it don already cool am down. So him own na safe ride na him just get, because when you see the victory when him get, Oyibo will call am mudslide, not be landslide again, na mudslide victory na him get. Because when you put the other 2 major parties together, wetin those ones score about 140 something thousand, and him own come be 187. So you see say they no even near, even if he agree say make them combine their votes. But again, the candidate for the PDP wey come third, he say he no go, he don accept am. Then but as e be, but they go still go court, because SDP man say they will go court, say vote buying dey. Wetin we call vote buying today, na new term na be that. E go be like say, do we actually know what we are saying? There is no election in Nigeria where you no go use money. Poor man no go fit contest, may say may come be governor, because they go look where your backbone. They say if fire no get a backbone, e no go roast corn. For Nigeria today, even for the point where delegates enter, na money. So they say EFCC they arrest, they do this, they do that, but we will wait. Now only court will come talk whether wetin they do for EKITI, e dey fair and e dey clean. But from what we don see so far, the man don win, he don win. Who dey aggrieved, he will go court. Maybe on technical ground, court fit dey say they wan look am like this, they wan look am like that. But APC victory in EKITI is total.
Frank, when he dey talk now, he talk about vote buying. Surprisingly, the minister of Festus Keyamo, minister still for Ezilebola, when he wan talk now, he say no be only them na him buy vote, see other people still buy.
Not true. The way Nigerian politics be, you know, if you remove money, which is what they call transactional politics. If you not put money for Nigerian politics, no go win, no matter who do your back. And now that game that they play every time.
You mean Nigerian politics?
Money not they not go win. No, your brother don't even vote for you. The money not there. The way Nigerian politics be, because people don't too hungry. Old woman, young boy, we don't stay for line since Sunday beat him. They go say take 5,000 naira. He go take it. But my conscience they come determine say whether may collect money may vote or may collect money may not vote for that person. Now your conscience go decide that one. Money they follow one. About the way election still be, our governor for Edo State, we don't start to gather for the beg them, no call reconcile, say the way election still happen for EKITI. If that thing no, they not stop man, Edo State APC go sweep am. So they don't set up peace committee where former governor Chief Local Benedict go head. May beg them say, may we resolve the matter, may we be one all together.
Now they break.
But now when you wake up, now your day break.
Yes. Okay.
Now you break for Benin. So at this point, the election, the way it happen, all of them use money. Now can't use money pass. Now you win. All of them use money. As Oga Kriabo talk, he don't use, PDP use, everybody use. But the way it can be, as Oga analyzed just now, the favor don't do on the side of the person who win now. Nobody really fight for the winning. Now your guy say continue from where we stop. Now make this man win. And what he pay the pass for the election? Now the returning officer. Oga VC. We suppose to strike. We're not happy. We ask people. We're not happy. Say ask person go to join for election because. When now this same administration that may cause their house.
Now private practice be that.
So you're not supposed to one. You're supposed to make sure say I'm not going to go call that person for a private university.
That is PP.
So now so they fight this fight. I'm sure say when you go back to university, the teacher will say, "Okay, you follow our hand, because you know I like that thing." Say to us, if I come now, they follow my part fight. I will join my part. They follow and fight. Now we don't reach the fight, they go say, the way I take blood, leaky blood, not like that. So leaky blood, I say, okay, I don't know. Not my power defend. As I call you, that struggle, we get that spirit to make sure say federal government will attend to us. So now lesson, this election now, before she will do your own. Then for us all, they review and whether they get interest. If as this one they go, so this one are the answer towards 2023. If to say PDP win, you will see new laws. This election, that will say inconclusive or something will happen. So presidency get interest for this matter. So now to test run 2023 elections, it will happen. That might make our governor for those states say, if we not go check what they happen there, settle ourselves here. This PDP administration for those states, it not happen 2024. So the election now don't show us so many things. They say not be money. Because that point we go reach. Now understand you. Say, all spend money make they arrest them. The way FCC do now, people here. But they don't talk say they use money. They don't use money for APC and PDP primaries. And the FCC did it. Who they hold? They don't hold anybody. So now to make sure say we don't hold one or two persons. Now then the matter will die put. All those people they arrest, they're supposed to parade them. They don't go parade them. Even they arrest now APC. And if you come parade them, that means say PDP will come their upper hand or SDP. So I'm not sure say EFCC the work will go do now the right work.
You talk about EFCC. Make I just digress more. I dey always reach for people say EFCC. Although we are the try how we all go engage the PRO of EFCC, but my people, look at another side digress. Everything that they reach for people. EFCC jails 3 internet fraudster. EFCC jails 5 internet fraudster. EFCC arrests 21 internet fraudster. EFCC arrests 6 internet fraudster. Internet fraudster. The politicians and the civil servants where they work our money, how many of them did they arrest? Every year they send to jail.
Even the people who say are fraudster when they arrest, none of them don't go jail. Now you go there, you say okay, you steal money, not steal money, and the money where go to the press, Yahoo, now from foreigners. Now government create that problem. To say everything there, they don't supposed to go steal money from abroad. You even compare who steal from abroad and who steal from Nigeria. Now who steal from abroad, not even better pass. At least they use the money here. But this one, the money was supposed to give us. Then only they steal them. EFCC they go after politicians or civil servants. So even the Yahoo boys, when they arrest, they release them. None of them don't go jail. No one person don't go jail. They will tell you if under the police say bail na 20,000 naira, they ask for 100,000 naira. What a bail? Nobody don't go court. From court don't go jail. Nobody don't do that one.
But they sentence them.
Which jail? But they publish the poll, they sentence them. Nothing like that. They just parade there. If you don't win settle, then they'll parade you. If you settle, they'll not parade you. Give me 5 million naira. They'll check your account, 20 million. Give us 5 for this. I say, no, Gabi, I give you 3. You call one station, call ya paraded. And they don't shake them like that. From the 10, say, I don't take 10 again, make it 12. From there, they'll leave them. Oh, they don't. Whole ITV don't show for TV one day. Say,
but yes, you go tell that allegation.
No,
say because say they could go give proof for proof. Say they don't.
Now. So if they come, ITV come show and say this person, Babawanga, may I use that name? They carry an EFCC arrest him, carry and go court. ITV come show the person for court. Say this person is a fraudster. They don't run a show him. I don't see one day for television.
Okay, make we just go back to EKITI State now. I don't say this is my brother, he body the help for that, but don't be that we won't talk today. What they will come, will do life with the PR of EFCC will go down. When something happened for that EKITI election, one woman, 104 years, she voted for that election. Total number of registered voters. Out of the total registered voters, the percentage wey even vote safe, e come like say voter apathy wey we even dey talk about say they dey try remove, e still come up again.
To be honest with you, our electoral process, we have not reached where we ought to be yet. We still get a long way to go. I think for now, the important thing for the Nigerian state, we dey try to look candidates where they viable. We know they want to look party again. And one thing wey interest me for this EKITI election, now the fact say not be even PDP be the second runner-up, now SDP. So it shows that other parties are coming strong. And PDP, if they are not careful, they might start to lose out in some areas. But outside that, if you ask, who is really the governor that is coming on board? What is he bringing to the table? Because everywhere you go in Nigeria, there is problem. The people, they're hungry. People need jobs. Let's assume, say, the man win this election, because we can't say no win. They don't pronounce a winner. Who is this man? We know, say, it's a young man, 55 years, and he has worked as a lecturer before, a banker. But what is he bringing to the table? He read political science. How can he use all this in background to change EKITI State?
We don't hear about, when you talk about all this name now, it cannot condemn you to us again. We don't hear of people, technocrats, he goes to here, he do this one, he do this one.
We're on the same page.
So, just go straight, not go to talk about how he TV for 55 years, he be technocrats, he be this one, he goes school for this one, he go bring Oyibo come, he go bring black man come.
But the truth of the matter is, what I notice for election now, if you look at the presidential candidates where they surface, now content. Now everybody define content. It's no more about party content. So that's why they talk about the man. But if you ask me, EKITI election, there was vote buying. Some of the videos are on social media. There was vote buying in the election. But again, I want to go back to Edo State because I will say something from where we don't get practical experience. If you look at the last election that took place here, governorship, the citizens of this state fought for what they wanted. So even when people come with money, they say, no, we don't want. We want to make a difference. And I think that is a learning point for everybody to do. But people. Wait.
PDP spend, APC spend.
They spend, but a lot of people stood for what they wanted. This one where we talk now, they give them 10,000, 7,000. They take and they adjust. But the one way happen for those states, some take. In short, most of them will take, not adjust. They still stand by what they want. And that is one thing we want to send to the young people in particular. This money now your own, take them, but vote the right person in. Because you can't, like my head I talk here just now. Look at the population of people where they register to vote. Look at the number of persons that voted. And look at the difference between APC and SDP and PDP. The margin is too much. So all those margin where they vast like that, it's even questionable. And we yesterday get meeting, peace accord meeting before election. And one of the candidates here, which is Nshego Oni, he said the peace accord meeting, they break all the agreements. They don't follow anyone. And it shows that they don't already abuse the process. That is why the man, they reject the election. You know, so when you start to look at these things, if they get to understand and say, see how we want to make election be, this is not government. You are dealing with people. Why they will go behind break them? Another school of thought say, Tinubu come, he visit before election. and when anywhere where Tinubu they go with bullion van. So as he come with bullion van, you know, now the one what we see for the other election one time for in company, I would say they talk.
No,
bullion van was there. I not tell you say the bullion van money dey inside. I say here we go bullion van the day.
He don't tell you that. He go accuse as every other person go. You see and carry money.
But bullion van day. So most people believe say his coming was also something that helped the situation.
They go campaign for a candidate.
Moral booster.
They go boost the morale.
It's good, but again, look at this election very well. It's not transparent. Let's tell ourselves the truth. And my fear, it's not transparent.
Which facts we take
Vote buying was pronounced. Whether you say from both parties that they are buying votes at all, it don't already make the process questionable.
Vote buying has come to stay. It's
No.
Let me tell you something.
It's not. Wait. My elder, make I ask you a question because now you be elder, you go listen to a young man, may you feel guide me well.
Talk.
The question is it a good thing to buy votes?
Now listen.
No, is it a good thing to buy votes?
Let me answer. You see, there are issues that are, like the doctor will say, congenital. Matters they will can be part of us. See, even from the womb, the little baby that is coming out already knows what buying is and voting is. Go and check. Go and do a research. Take a 3-year-old pikin, big and small, just small, no, make her angry, make her cry. When they cry, give her something. Say, sorry, take biscuit, don't cry again. Ask her who beat you. The pikin will say another person. Check him. Just he will point at you. Now you beat her. Now you give him biscuit. You ask who they beat you. You will say that man. You see, internally, that money, that biscuit when you give her.
But that's your analogy now. I don't know about.
Go and test.
I will try. But one thing I ask you, my elder. I'm a young man. I'm very worried. And I'm asking, is buying vote a good thing?
Wait,
because if you tell me, say it's a good thing, I will learn from it. I want to know if it's a good thing.
That's not how democracy is practiced.
But I want to know if it's a good thing to buy votes.
That is Nigeria brand
of
democracy. That's how it is. Yeah. For example, I can't go for governorship now. Why? Is it because I'm not qualified? Will you vote for me?
But we get.
I don't meet you. I beg. I want to go for governorship.
But we get.
Vote for me. Will you vote for me?
If you get what it takes to rule this state, I will vote for you. Why won't I vote for you? I will vote for you.
You will not vote because
I will vote.
You will say, okay, how much you bring for t-shirt? How much you bring for car? How much you bring for fuel? Because I have to bring all this, but I don't have it.
No, but not everybody they operate like that.
Okay, well,
we get a candidate at the moment where people volunteer to even do things for.
That is high.
And it's not spending anything.
That's a campaign.
No, it's not about internet. It's everything must start from somewhere. That is a fact.
Maybe they take a small because the viewers are talk. You see, waiting with the talk, they say bribery and corruption are part of existence. I just demonstrated with small picking just now. When you can affect people's psychology.
Okay.
But I beg to, excuse me, I beg to differ. I will say this. In a standard situation where things they work orderly, what you use to influence people, now what you get to offer. Like if a government come on board and they do roads, they give jobs, create opportunities for people. That is what they have to offer the people. That now waiting suppose influence people to say, yes, this government, they work. No, well, we can't be living on abnormalities. We must start somewhere. That is a fact. We must start somewhere. I'm a young man, and I want my children to do the right thing. Will I go home and tell them that vote buying is the right thing? Will I collect money if somebody offers me money? But I'm still asking, is it a good thing to buy vote?
So
you can't accept something that is bad as your culture or as a system. It is not accepted.
What happened to the laws of vote buying, as you say, normally for Nigeria? Vote buying, illegal thing.
Yes.
They against the law.
Yes.
Who supposed arrest, who they buy vote, and who supposed prosecute her, and any law there at all?
You see, laws there, and our courts now they interpret law. The lawyer will say, he said the law is what the court says it is. The law is what the court says it is. Now let me just give you an example. Minister Akpabio and the Senate President Lawan, me they read for papers say INEC don't recognize them as the candidates will come from their zones.
INEC don't recognize them?
Yeah, it did. INEC portal. They don't submit their list, and INEC don't take them. So I quickly write. I just write this evening, say, it is a very good ground for lawyers. Because, yes, the case of Rotimi Amechi and one mayor in Rivers is still very fresh. He was substituted. But INEC get law say, you know what we substitute person will not take part for primaries. But it's the same INEC that is accepting that position now. So the party, as it were, is dancing on the rope. Why? Because you know we balance. The man will not go for primaries. Now you can't say now he be the candidate. Akpabio not go. Amela one not go. But they don't push the people where we go there. They don't submit that list to INEC.
No, according to them, it says parties that will submit names.
I think it has been submitted. INEC has confirmed that they have received that.
If they are agreeing at their party level.
Now,
INEC got power to reject them before?
INEC get power because INEC monitor election.
Okay.
INEC is supposed to monitor primaries. And it is when INEC don't approve, say, election where they see, they do them according to the law. Now they will say, yes, this is credible. But again, it's not for INEC to argue. You know, the court does not grant a prayer that you didn't seek. INEC cannot be arguing against itself. Let INEC take it. But when they can't do election, I pray, make something happen. Then person will go court and say, even this man is not known to law. For example, Akpabio that didn't take part in the primaries and the Lawan will not be known to INEC law that he is a candidate. But that is the law. You say, law not dey, question where you ask, so where suppose prosecute people where they buy vote? Law dey, if it is established. You see, now here we dey talk of allegation. It is very easy for you to say, you give me 1 million. Me go dey deny. You will say, I give you. Now establish that you actually did. If you can't feel prove and say, you give me, and they have maybe see picture of where they receive them, or na account you transfer them for me, now you will true say you give me money. But here now in Nigeria, we know how they receive money. If they want post money, they will say, go post am to my lawyer where they defend my case. Money when you want give me, I will take and they pay for service. Meanwhile, me when receive am, nothing will show. You know within my account, you know within my hand. A top person will come receive am, he will call me, Ranka did this, I say, how far? Say, I don't see money where you don't say. Okay, the man don't bring am. So if anything won't happen, they will look the transaction between my contractor, who they do my borehole, and the person who is supposed to give him money. So what Nigerian system will first do, now to establish a functional, how I will put it now, functional practice where we will dey very easy to identify who really take money. Not be where they will adjourn case. For example, look at the case of this Fanny Kayode, case of 26 million where they say he carry. They do adjourn now to October. We are in June, July, August, September, October. To be doing what? So that they will have opportunity for them to do whatever they want to do with it. So now so the law be. Not that anybody is saying you buy votes na good thing, but it is not a good thing, but it has become a norm. It is a normal. You affect the psychology of people because they are hungry.
So at what point?
Now me they make up for parable.
At what point can
No, hear that in parable, hear that in parable.
If
Get what parable what is it?
yes, a hungry man who is sitting on a bag of money can never do what he tried. One, they first of all make you hungry. When they don't make you hungry, they'll say, this money hold out, but don't spend am. From the moment when you tell hold on, till I will call carry out, you know will be yourself again. They destabilize your brain. So you go they think money first. If Akpololo they tell you the hold on, at least I get back up. If bomb blow now. This one I go live for 5 days. So that is how it is. They first of all emasculate you. Will make you hungry, make you dependent, and then they will just offer carrots for you to say this is it. And they will even tell you, not tell person say I give you or I tell you. Then you will also guarantee say I beg in my honor you do sign of the cross. I know we'll talk. I say I don't give you assignment. Go and check a little child who is growing with ordinary biscuits.
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria, you flog am like this. Ask am who beat you. He will point another person.
Frank, where would they go now?
We did.
The vote buy starts from delegates or for primaries. The way would they go? You feel say these things go ever stop? Because right now, we know the CC after elections. So, electoral offenders, people when they catch for vote buying. Maybe I don't know whether I feel remember anybody who will say they don't sentence. With the level of vote buy, even the different primaries what they do, we will hear say EFCC go there. How come that at the end of the day EFCC go there, EFCC go there? So all this money when we say that they share now, EFCC no dey see am.
They're part of it.
I mean that the only Yahoo boys no dey see.
No apology, they'll be part of the system. Before I answer that one, waiting this guy talk just now, say whether na normal thing to buy votes. If you get light for us, the way Nigeria is so. Today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. Only you go know say problem day. Do not take light Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for your area. You go dey fear. Now suppose they normal like that too. But Nigerian situation now, what is the normal be say you get light for 3 hours, the come take am for 6 hours. The couple can come again. So now so vote by it can't be. Couple like say na it's a common thing, it's not normal, it's common. Not be who talk matter, not cause the matter. So not be back to you now, not be during primaries, now they vote by the start. Now the party leaders they start on. If you tell me say now me go be delegate or I get interest to be delegate, I'll first settle you as the party leader. I'll just settle, let's say local government, they'll be the leader for that party. I'll first settle you. You can settle the boys who want vote for me during that period.
As delegates?
Yes. Then I come, we don't give you money now. You can settle them. Now that is settled. Then they'll come vote for me. After I don't vote for me, you can throw party. Now delegate, you know, be saying I win governor or president. You can throw party, you can show up for television. Now be the delegate for so constituency. You can throw party. So all the money they use since they calculate them. As you go land Abuja as they do on that day, you know how much you don't spend, whether you borrow or not borrow. Then from there, you know, do am free. Now there the vote by the start, not be during election. Then the person who want contest, you don't win that primaries. You know how much you don't spend, give delegates. And you know say if you add 1,000 join am, you go win. Then later you collect money back. So vote buying they continuous. The candidate wey dey so, they talk say they no spend shishi. Me even support them. But now to come out, not be for Facebook or internet. A lot of people, like the figures that I quote just now, a lot of persons don't come vote. Wait, but they call party. They don't come vote.
Why it be so?
It be so because they don't get liver. All the internet. You must be this, you must be that. You must be disobedient or obedient. Internet, they don't ask them for their PVC. That's why one day I like waiting Agwele they talk for Bosunu. You go ask people, say, show me your voter card. They don't get. Where that is still be this party. Now, I listen to radio ITV radio yesterday afternoon. They discussed this Thomas Sato and the rest. Say, now so INEC get millions of cards to the bank go collect. Oh, my God, think say, why all the political parties for Edo State no go meet INEC? Say, okay, these cards, where be their addresses? Now, party is supposed to ensure, say, the rightful owner, let's say, by local government I go now. All the parties where they, by local government, they'll come together, more make sure, say, everybody card is receive them. But parties not the border. They rely on vote buying. That's why they get this wide gap. Number of registered voters, number of people vote, voided vote, now there they happen. So parties still get hand for inside, because they not say not to go buy them, they want. If now 1,000, they're supposed to vote for that place, 300 come out, they will be happy. The next thing, now to bribe them. Now they vote buying for starting.
What is the feel say they responsible for voter apathy among young people?
Well, most of them, they influence people who really not get something doing.
Most of people.
Most of the ones who say not be skilled workers or professional workers. But one thing I need to let you also know, where most times we overlook, you get so many young people where they engage, they occupied, they don't need your 10,000, they don't need your 5,000, and they vote from their conscience.
But how many of them?
There are many. There are many. See,
when you say there are many, see. Make I tell you.
I say there are many.
Oga, wait, make I tell you. When you say there are many, ma dey very specific. UNIBEN, they bring about 10,000 graduates every year. About 10,000. UDUOTA University, they bring about 8,000 every year. BIU, they bring about 6,000 every year. Graduates. Out Tripoli, they bring about 6,000. Then you now talk about Etuma. Let's say about 7,000. Then
Other private universities there.
Other private universities don't come and do.
And polytechnics.
And polytechnics dey. So maybe we assume we say like almost 70 to 80,000 youths. Now for LA, I tell you so they come out of schools.
Fine.
They come
Every
year. So when you dey give this analysis, say a lot of them get job. How many? What will be the percentage?
You not hear me right.
Okay.
But I'll reflect on what you talk. You talk about e-school now, which is Ekpoma, Igbenedion University, UNIBEN. Graduates where they come out, 10,000 thereabouts. One thing you not look at, what of the ones who still day school? They are voters too, from 100 level to 300 level. Most of them get people where they sponsor them. Are you telling me that all those people will be students, all of them, they in the habit of selling their votes?
So,
because no, we are discussing the future here. The youth, they are the future.
What's called the happen?
No, I will tell you something very significant.
What's the percentage?
What I'm telling you, I said something very simple. The people who are not involved in selling their vote, there are many.
What's the percentage?
What do you mean?
You see, sometimes we overrate the ones where they say, but I'm telling you, the ones who know they say, still many. It's still many.
No, I don't also hear the percentage.
I can't be specific if I'm not sure, because you can't even give me a specific estimate of the ones who are selling their votes.
You said there are many.
There are many. If you because you give analysis now of the ones who come out for school.
So
if you look the ones where they inside school.
A man who is hungry and when they sit down to money will never take the right decision. So are you saying that those people are for Nigeria now they're not hungry?
People dey everywhere for the world really hungry. But one thing I fear when I discuss sometimes like this, when we talk as if we're in a hopeless situation, that the young people are coming, you don't get the ones who really dedicated to do the right thing. Because you were there, they talk, when I get children, I don't think your children will sell votes, and I don't think your own children will sell their votes, or even my head are here. And there are many people like you out there. We can't all the time paint scenarios of everybody don't they wayward, everybody don't they useless. There are good people in this country. There are hardworking people. There are people where they school, students, where they can never cheat. And they will do the right thing. I believe in things that are positive to make a difference.
So
we mustn't always know.
So how do we not close? How would we close the voter party now?
Let me finish. We mustn't. It starts from us. We dey like to look at the ones who sell votes. All of the ones we know they sell votes. Why we not still look them and encourage them and say, these people they do the right thing? There are many. I just give you an example now.
I've been teacher for university.
I give you an example now. Like your own children now. Yes. I believe you get children who don't vote.
Well,
that's fine. I don't think your children will sell their vote.
I get interest for the percentage.
No,
so roughly.
If you want to talk about percentage, yes, if you want to, I can tell you that more than 60% of people who vote not will sell their vote.
Okay,
yeah, if you want percentage, more than 60.
Make we narrow
no,
down.
It's a fact.
Voter party did it.
Yes.
But make I just take you back more. If you give me idea of anybody where we see either remotely or in any way say they involve for electoral malpractice, either vote buying or anything we see Idoguje, at least now you be our research man for you. Now be a resource person. Because I don't say.
Make I tell you something. There's something that Nigerians even need to know. You know, I first talk say you go feel establish am. The law is what the court say it is. You see?
That is even if they catch her.
The court can say he did. You can you prove it? You go say the money when you take this. Now money when you take clear farm for me. Now I pay you. So there are many ways you can take money without taking it. I gave you a scenario just now where you will say you transfer money to somebody else. So they are never hear of anybody who say they buy vote. But now even this year, now everything they catch fire well though. So I think it is a consciousness. It's a very beautiful one. Now people don't know say if you take money because you need to vote for person, it's not the right thing.
Yes.
However, you have to do it because of where we are. You see, my daughter was asking me, Daddy, in China, what would the politicians be telling the people that they will provide for them? In Japan, what would they be telling them that they will provide for them? Is it light? Is it water? Is it security? These things are there. So what are you going to use to campaign? What are you just to do is improvement in their lives.
Okay, gentlemen, get what we see in the border so many Nigerians. The apathy too. Not the apathy this time around. The way voters registration, way NXC make people go register. The way they be for our state, for Edo, for instance. How you check a track?
Now there, as I blame political parties, we don't go and maybe supposed to ensure say those voters cards where they INEC office where they not distribute parties.
No. Before you continue, just this morning, the Zamfara State Governor Matawale, he can't declare I think work-free day for a whole week. Make all everybody go register. Make they go do their registration. Down south here, we know they see things like that.
So now the parties, they're not governor now. That move they very good. But since our governor here never declare half day, may parties go there, go help, follow our neck, pay for the vehicle, go distribute them. They get addresses. Each car get address. They get local government. They don't get unit where one vote. So carry the people go there, make the united, the political parties come together as one. Now people one rule. We don't want fight. Four political parties, we'll carry them. Or guy driver enter, will they go so ward, so place. We'll go share them. Who be this person? If they here, show ID card, they'll give them. That's number one. Number two, INEC not suppose, they don't go cut down. Sarah don't, let's say they win now. May they extend registration. They say go end by 30th. Leave them may they go election, next time be election. To me, as you ask clock 18 today, tomorrow go register. So now you want closer, a lot of persons not fit register. Even person even qualify self with the deadline, not fit miss am. Because you know orientation. National Registration Agency, they do their work. Now to the arrest people, they don't put dirty for gutter. That's kind of what they get for Nigeria. That agency is supposed to come up to enlighten from place to place. So this card, if you get them, it will help you determine your leader. PFN don't talk that this Sunday 26th, who not get card for Pentecostal church, you know, go enter church. Not be saying in a military way. To make sure, say, encourage them, way of publicity. So that even Christians now, if you want to pray for government, make God touch their heart. Now this process is supposed to make your contribution. Make the right person enter. So many bodies already come up now. Even government fail, political parties fail. A lot of religious bodies, they want to make sure, say, that the right person enter. You vote your conscience. PFN not talk, say, vote for one party or the other party. Make sure, say, you get card. My own pastor, they tell me, Adeboye, he say, make sure, say, every member belong to a political party as you want, not a particular political party. So that you feel still influence one or two things. All these delegates will go Abuja the other time. How many of them get godly mind? So you may get godly mind, they head for back. Say, God will help them. You God not will help you. What's the Isaiah talk when God ask and say, who shall I send? Say, me send them. Say, he go. So now churches, they wake up. Say, this matter, let them pray a little. Jesus say, watch and pray. The watching, now they don't from watching. Now they don't go there fast and pray. Do the watching. Be involved in the processing.
Maybe I will quickly just want to blame somebody there. Yes, when they say political parties should join together to distribute, they want to do the work of INEC. Do you know what budget for INEC is?
My brother, if you see
200 billion.
See INEC election.
Now let me tell you something. When they do registration, INEC, they fit deploy machine go wards and units. You didn't register in INEC office. Maybe primary school will near you, or post office will near you, or chief house will near you. Now there you register. Why you can't go collect the card for stadium? Take the card to where these people register and give it to them.
Since they're not hungry,
and if they hear me now, I don't volunteer. I go do it for free. Call me. I go distribute the card for a local government. I go do it with my money. If they are sincere,
but they don't give you.
I go share them, give people. So when you are talking of buying votes, you see, that's where politicians should even have gone. They go and ensure that this card, because these cards now vote they be. Make sure say these things reach them. But not be INEC supposed do them. INEC get budget when they take print card. They get budget when they will take distribute them. They get budget when they will take whole election. So the money, all the billion where National Assembly approve for them, what do they want they can do? So we have to blame them for failing the people. Now, the first step to electoral malpractice is to disenfranchise people. It is a malpractice. If me suppose vote and by your scheming, me no confident vote, now malpractice of the highest order be that. And INEC now will first situate that problem for their leg, because now they stop me when I not fit get card. Now look at what is happening now. Many persons for Edo, they want vote, they want collect card. INEC has made it almost impossible for people to get registered. INEC they happy say it go soon end, they are announcing.
Don't go court.
Why they come they happy say the time won't expire? What is INEC interest actually? INEC supposed to they pray. They come ITV, they advertise, say, I beg, make una come, so that they will work for their money. Make people where they don't say, for example, they will get opportunity where they'll take vote. But they ring back, oh, it remains 50 days. They are celebrating the end, the closure. Meanwhile, you could just walk to the bank now. If you want your ATM, you go stand. They will take your picture, take your fingerprint, and the rest, they'll give you card.
That's
Look at WAEC, look at NECO. WAEC is going on now. Do you know that they are using card? And yes, WAEC card. You go put on for machine. The child's name, the child's date of birth, the subject when you want to do everything, it will appear before you will go sit down. Is that not card? WAEC could do it. You know how many children they write WAEC this year? You know how many do jam? Did you hear story say WAEC no fit distribute card? The same way, if INEC no fit do am, may they give WAEC, may they give NECO, may they give JAM, may they help them must produce cards and give it to them. Person like me, I will volunteer to distribute free of charge.
Percy, now you dey talk about this young people, so the voter party affect young people for the EKITI. But going forward, what do you think will not happen?
First
the young people are not in school, they are in their homes. So how will they be part of the electoral process?
See, first and foremost, before INEC get their issues, we mustn't rule that out. But before we go into INEC, we still need to look at people. You go hardly see anybody who will be member of a political party where you don't get card. Hardly. Any active member of any party without a card. I have my card. I know so many people, like in Edo State Delta, this part, people know they take the issues of card voting seriously. Like in the North, they easily get card.
How?
No, their system, all of them go collect card any way they want to do, and their clan, their community, they do all that. Even they extend card to children.
But for Saturday, would they speak English?
Yes, but for a year. No, I tell you the truth, because let's call a spade a spade. We go blame INEC, but where we dey responsible, we go still try to blame ourselves.
So now try to blame ourselves.
No, I just they tell you we go blame ourselves, because you get the areas where some of us still not do their due diligence. Some people go there and say, "I see this crowd, I don't fit stand there." They'll come out. I remember when I go for my card, I go with some of my friends. They say I don't fit stay there. I say, "Wait till day. We don't plan today. Say today you want to stay." I stay and I get my card. They left. So with that kind of, but I tell you now, if you tell a Benin boy, say if you get your card, now they'll make passport for you. International passports. No bet. You go get a card within 1 week.
But you know,
I just tell you
know
now.
if you prove around because when you say Benin boy,
the attachment.
you try
I
to.
know our people. Edo State. If you tell the average Edo boy, if you know, more use Edo first. If you tell the average person,
you don't get the fact. Don't be like to like abroad. Don't be like do like abroad. The allegation without that, no, you don't get
fight down.
So we throw it down. We throw it down.
Not true, we are. But the truth is, if it is easy to get our NIMN cards, I don't see why voters card is difficult. It shows that there's a deliberate act somewhere that is not making it readily available. And we never see them as, the other one concern our daily transactions. Like you want to go bank, you want to get your phone line. So they attach more importance to RAM. But this voter zone now, maybe it happens once in a year or once in 4 years. We know they give them that seriousness. And to be honest with you, the guys from the North, they take voting more seriously than us from the South.
How would they call them?
Backward. They take voting more seriously. They're more politically educated than us. That is the truth, because sometimes when we talk about Nigeria, we fail to realize that we are in Nigeria as people, but we live separately in our various segments. There are people who will tell you this country is very good because it's good where they are. They easily get jobs, they easily get everything. Why where we are, it's not like that. If I'm a Northerner today, or I come from one other part of this country, I know the kind of opportunities why I still get.
Well, time not they give for this program. We salute all of them. Say, we'll take join us this evening for inside this program. But Frank, just to talk to Nigerians concerning the voter registration. 1 minute.
So, as Sarah carry INEC go court, they don't agree the case small, so they don't join up. If INEC free allow, as we hear them now, about 200 million naira, $1 billion naira, then they give them to do this work. As they do the work, suppose the other agency will call them to order. Then you will go register to vote. Why you don't go collect your card? You don't already register. Now free. Why you don't go collect? Why parties not join together? Why INEC not do their work? Why agency not come out? They tell people the importance of the card. Asking for help.
Very much he declared 1 week. That if you have SARS
1 week. You know what happen for
work free day. Work free with make people take good get that.
You know what happen.
You don't say waiting there. Waiting governors for
no, you need to understand something.
Vice President will come.
Wait. Before you conclude, if you look the lifestyle in the North and our lifestyle differs.
Okay.
Most of them, they are farmers.
You know, government when they slow when it becomes taking good decision and good choice.
Yes.
Wetin matter what they do, now be waiting all governors for do.
Simple.
Because that is the best way to go.
That's all. I salute you, John, on this evening for this program. Good night. God bless Nigeria.